The reality is that we can actually build and support as many governments and politicians and courts and marketplaces and all the other arbitrary and authoritarian and controlling constructs and personalities as we want, but we can neither defy the rule of consciousness nor can we break the barriers of nor overcome conscience, authenticity, truthfulness, genius, and genuineness and originality from obviously certain and few men and women around the world that always believe in the power of consciousness and the strength of authenticity and obviously the kind of dominance which believes in the development as well as in the subsequent application of authenticity and kindness, understanding, humility, empathy, compassion, not only for itself but also for the others in its communications and relations and interactions in one or another. So the court is limited. The higher court or the supreme courts are all controlling, and they literally are the epitome of control and authority and subjugation directed against particularly the weaker, poor, and lower class sections of people in the society that it discriminates, that it punishes and corrupts and tortures in one or another, alongside they are being systematically tortured by the public places, by the globalist elites in one or another. So we can create what we want. We can support, admire, vote for whatever entity or people or politicians we want. But we must have our own self knowledge. We must know that the truth is always the truth. That is not about physical power, nor is it about possessions, wealth, riches that helps us in our ambitions, goals, that makes us the greatest of all time, that basically helps us in self evaluation, self reflection, but it's our own desire and willingness to grow, progress, learn from our mistakes by rectifying our error. And it's also our own passion to achieve absolute independence and freedom from both internal and external yearning, need, dependency, desire, lust that genuinely sets us free. And it's our own consciousness and individuality, authenticity defines that we must create and that we must also learn to hold on to and apply successfully in and through our real time action, behavior, habit, even in the midst of outside circumstances and social situations and public criticisms and condemnations, because that is their problem. They do whatever they do with their independence. Our job is to be obviously conscious and conscientious and honest, authentic, truthful as much as we can in our thought, in our word, as well as in our action in one or another. That is the main power that it defines our conscience and consciousness. When we are ruled and governed by these, then we can rise above and defeat